Alright, so we are back on again, dang, after we've attempted this like 5 times. But we finally got this figured out. Took a little break. I had to let my computer refresh itself. I think it was overheating. I think that's why I was cutting off. But why don't you go ahead and reintroduce yourself, and then we'll get back to where we left off. And that's how we were talking about Raw 25, I think. So why don't you go ahead and reintroduce yourself? A lot of people that didn't see the last video, go ahead and reintroduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and what you do and where they can find you and stuff.
Well, of course, you guys can follow me on my YouTube, MFLG Mark Rambo. My name is Mark Rambo. My YouTube name is Mark Rambo. My Instagram is Live Like Ram. Twitter is Mark is Rambo. You guys could connect with me through there. My Snapchat, I don't even know the name of it. I forgot about it. I can't even spell it because it was so long ago that I made it. But in my YouTube videos, I always put my Snapchat name in the link in the description, so you guys could go add me there. I'm always on Snapchat. You can ask Malik. I'm
Yeah,
always
we snap a lot. So
always on Snap. But yeah, I do reaction videos. I do mainly WWE videos. If you guys are wrestling fans, it does not consist of just WWE. New Japan, Ring of Honor, WCPW, New Japan. Wait, I already said New Japan. PWG, Progress, IWP, and I mean, heck, you name it. It's a whole other trillion of wrestling promotions that people never heard of that you should watch.
right.
Without further ado, let's get straight to it, man.
Right, my dude watches a lot of stuff. So let's get back into the topic. We was talking about Raw 25. We was talking about it was very controversial on social media because a lot of people were just I guess they didn't I guess people overhyped it, because they WWE they
Mm-hmm.
promoted all for like 2 weeks and they said all these stars are gonna be there. Stone Cold's gonna be there, Undertaker, DX, all these other people. Chris Jericho's gonna be there. So they did hype it up big, but I didn't have big expectations for it. I don't know about you, but I knew it wasn't gonna be anything like epic. I knew it was going to
Mm-hmm.
be an entertaining show. You would have legends. Would see legends, icons, Hall of Famers that you haven't seen in a long time. I didn't know it was going to be
Mm-hmm.
at two arenas though. I didn't know they were going to have two arenas though. I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
um, I mean, as far as a review, I'd give it a 6. I would give it a 6 overall. I think it was the ending was shitty though. But I don't think that was a good ending the way
Yeah.
to end
Yeah.
off the last pit Raw to the Royal Rumble. But
You know, that's the thing, though. The thing is, the way they ended it off, they should have ended it off with Balor Club in the clip. I think that's best. Even though they were trying to promote the main event of the Royal Rumble, I get it. But you have to recognize how many people are there and what the big event is for this particular Raw. The 25th anniversary, people are just excited to be there. The Barclays Center, the Manhattan Center, you know, I guess both hosting the same show. I don't know what they were thinking about at the time. But it just wasn't the best way to end off. They should have had that second to the last to end off the show. I kind of agree with you. It was kind of like an iffy ending. It was kind of a bad ending to it.
yeah, the ending wasn't real good to me.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, I thought it was pretty good. SmackDown wasn't bad either. That RKO that Randy Orton did.
Yeah. That RKO is serious. Like that was vintage Legend Killer Randy right there.
That's got to be one of my top 3 favorite RKOs I think I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've seen a
Of,
lot.
of my lifetime, it's definitely top five.
My favorite one was definitely the one where he did it Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That was the coldest
Yeah.
one.
Oh yes. Yes. Caught him in the mid air
And
and
his drop.
RKO
That
him.
was by far the best one, the coldest one. I
That was
honestly, that was by far the best one.
that was
But
perfect.
yeah, Raw. I mean, Raw. Like I said, the first segment was my favorite with Stone Cold and Vince. I thought that was a really good segment. I thought Vince had a really good heel promo, like Vince McMahon. But
Mm-hmm.
I thought I just a lot of people weren't too thrilled with. I guess they expected more. I guess they didn't know they wanted everything to be epic. But you got to think, you got so many legends that coming back. You got to fit everybody in that show at once. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got to make this a 3 hour show, so you got to fit time for everybody, and you got two arenas you got to go back and forth to. So it's not like it's just as simple as everybody thinks it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I agree, man. The thing is though, they could have planned it out a lot better. I feel like the Manhattan Center had so much more to offer than just Click and some small 205 live and mid card matches. I felt like you could have really you could have added the triple threat situation into the Manhattan Center because from what I heard, they were desperate for something. They were desperate for like anything, anything to pop off. They were praying that something would pop off, and I guess it didn't. It's sad.
What do you think
But
about
I
what do
like.
you think about Undertaker's promo?
I thought it was interesting. It's interesting. One thing I could say is he looked very 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 healthy.
He
Like
did, but
very very healthy.
do you want to see him wrestle John Cena at WrestleMania?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't even.
Absolutely not.
I
I feel
don't.
like if anything, allow a future wrestler, allow somebody like Seth Rollins to get it because Seth Rollins is going to be here longer than John Cena. Let's just be real.
I just don't
Like
want to. I
Seth
mean,
Rollins,
I don't. I don't want anybody to take this out of context. I don't mean to I'm not disrespecting the Undertaker by any means when I say this. I respect him. I respect the hell out of him for everything he's done for wrestling. You know what I mean? He's a true legend. He honestly could be the greatest of all time. You know what I mean? He's up there.
mm-hmm,
He's
for sure.
definitely top 5 best ever to do it. Best character in wrestling history by far. There's not a better character in my opinion than the Undertaker's character.
Mm-hmm,
But I don't want to see
for
him
sure.
wrestle anymore. He's too old, man. He's gonna be 53 soon, and
53. Wow,
especially
I thought he was older than that.
no, he'll be 53 in March. And the only reason I really don't that gave away for me was the match he had with Roman last year at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yep.
When after that match was over, I knew he couldn't do it anymore. Like he can't. There were so many screw ups. Roman tried to do what he. A lot of people try to blame him for that match, but that wasn't all his fault because Roman had to work with what he could work with, and
Mm-hmm.
he had to do. I mean, Undertaker can't do much anymore. He doesn't go old school anymore. When's the last time you see Undertaker get on the top rope and do old school?
Yep.
When's the last time you
That's
see
true.
Undertaker dive over the top rope like he used to? He don't do
That's
that stuff no
true.
more. That's
That
Undertaker
is
right there.
very true. That is very true. And the thing is though, like you have to think about it. Undertaker just had hip surgery.
He's
Like
had two. I think he's had two, if I'm not mistaken.
2 hip surgeries. And he's not gonna be able to do the stuff that he could do or that he used to be able to do because one, age, 2, your body is not going to be the same, and 3, at that point of your life, not to say that he doesn't have it. It's just now he's a attention grabber. Let's just say that. I don't want to put that title on him, but let's just be real. I mean, he's in these matches to bring the tradition to WrestleMania. There's no WrestleMania without Undertaker. Let's be
The
real.
only thing for me,
There's
Undertaker doesn't need to be there. He doesn't need to be there
yeah,
anymore. There's no more streak, so there's no need for him to come back. That's the only reason he would come back
that
every
is
year
true.
was for the
That is
streak.
true.
And once the streak ended, once Brock ended the streak, I for sure never he's done. Never gonna wrestle again. But that was it. I was like, that's it. It's in the Undertaker.
Yep, that is true, man. It's interesting. I don't know if this is legit. If it is legit that Undertaker and Cena is gonna happen, I feel like that's gonna be a very booed match considering the fact that I know how it is in Mania, and I was grateful enough to go there last year. It's a lot. It's hostile. Like it's hostile.
Well, the build up will be great. The
Oh
build
yeah,
up will be hype
definitely.
as fuck. You know, the build up will make you be like
Definitely.
the build up will make you get into it, but the match
Uh-huh.
won't live up to the expectations. I can't see it. And
Yeah.
if it does, I will be happy for them. Honestly, if the match
Oh
lives up
yeah,
to the
for sure.
expectations, I will be hype. I just
Exactly. I don't underestimate the match. I'm just saying, at this point, you don't need these old. Not to say like he's like just leave, but we don't need past wrestlers to
convert.
come in main event. We need to build up future wrestlers to make them future legends, like the way Undertaker is right
That's the
now.
only thing, man. Vince McMahon is old school, man. So you know
Yeah, he wants the money. That's why.
he thinks they draw the biggest money, which they do. They draw a lot of money, but like
Mm-hmm.
last year, like okay, I had no issue with the whole Goldberg and Brock match. No issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't need to be for the Universal title. Kevin Owens and Chris
Mm-hmm.
Jericho should have fought for the Universal title that year.
Mhm. And the thing is though, if you want to make it that in that case, why don't you make the young guy go against the older guy and let the older guy put the young guy over?
Right.
Let him win that match and say, "Hey, I just beat a legend."
As we were talking
And
about
let
this,
him.
I told you that we were talking about this a couple of days ago. That when Vince passes away, it's gonna be like Russ. Because
Mhm.
you see how NXT is run compared to the main roster. You see,
Mhm.
look at all the superstars that have been over in NXT, like Bailey, Sami Zayn, even Nakamura. Guys like those, they're super over in NXT, super over. They come to the main roster, it's not the same. The crowd's not the same. The storylines
It's
aren't the same.
hostile, man.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's
It's
it's,
a
it's all different.
it's a hostile crowd.
How was
Like
it? How did the crowd react when Roman Law beat Taker at WrestleMania last year? 'Cause you were there. You were in the crowd.
yeah, the thing is, they kind of expected it, but we weren't
I
expecting
figured.
him to lose 2 times in a row. And the thing was, it wasn't like Undertaker honestly put up a match. It was Roman was dominating most of that match.
Yeah, he beat his ass
He,
pretty
he
much.
was he he really was dominating the whole match. And we were talking and speculating in the crowd, and I actually was able to sit right next to a wrestler who was in the UK tournament.
For
I
real?
sat right next to him. Yeah, I didn't recognize him until I saw his Instagram. I was like, oh wow, this is fucking crazy. But it it was very 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 expected but unexpected
And
because
that's
when
the only
he
thing. If Taker faces Cena, does Cena win? Like I can't Taker can't lose 3 times at WrestleMania. No,
yeah
I will not.
you can't let somebody who had an undefeated streak
For
for like 30
21
plus
years,
years
21
like
years
20 years
undefeated.
to lose 3 times in a row.
He can't, dude. There's no way. There's no way he can lose three
There's
times.
no
I
way.
honestly will be sick to my stomach if he loses 3 times in a row.
And honestly, if we're going to do it like this, if we're going to have a Cena Taker match, I'd rather have a Sting Taker match.
See,
Now,
but Sting, I wanted that too, but obviously Sting he got hurt when they had that Belka butt that took that bump from Seth Rollins back at Night of
mhm.
Champions like in 2015, and then he retired and won the Hall of Fame, so he's done. Like he's almost Sting's almost 60, bro. Like if he's not almost 60, he's 60 right now. He was when he took those bumps, he was like 56, bro.
Yeah, I get it now. You got to retire after that. You
So
have to retire.
like I said, man, I wish the Undertaker could live on forever, man. I hate, Father Time.
Mhm.
Nobody can escape Father Time. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
I wish the Undertaker could live on forever because you got to think the Undertaker's been around since 1990, man. He's been wrestling since the 80s, but he's been in WWE since 1990. That's long before we were born. My mom was still in high
That was
my mom was still in high school when Undertaker debuted in WWE.
jeez.
That's how long ago it was, man. So he's been in WWE forever.
Yeah, he's carried that business when it came to main events. I remember the first time seeing him. I was elementary school. Let's say I was young.
Yeah, I
I
was
was
real young.
terrified
I
of
was real
Undertaker.
young too. He didn't really scare me, but I was more scared of Kane. Then I don't know why. Kane to me scared me more than anybody. I wasn't really scared of Undertaker. Undertaker's character was cool to me, but Kane, I didn't like Kane. I'm talking about old like mask Kane, like '90s Kane,
Yeah.
and then
Yep.
when Kane unmasked, those Kane
I
really
know
scared me.
exactly what you're talking about.
I was really
I
terrified of
know
those
exactly
Canes.
what you're
But Taker, Taker, it's obviously he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, no question.
talking about.
He'll retire. He could retire this year. He could retire right now. He'd be in the Hall of Fame. He'd be in the Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, for sure.
He could retire
For
right now. He'd be
sure.
in the Hall of Fame this
He'll
year.
definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
But
He'll definitely be in the Hall of Fame.
it's sad to see. Like I got no problem with him because Cena can still go. Cena's 40 and he can still do it. He can go another 5 years if he wants to. Cena can still
Yeah,
go.
he could, but this is the thing. Cena, he's Hollywood now.
Well, of course now
Cena's Hollywood.
he's gonna be like once he retires from wrestling, but he's not gonna do. He's already said he's not gonna do what The Rock does. Like The Rock left and he came back. He said
Hmm.
once he's done, and he's just gonna go off and do movies. So he's like I'm sure he'll make appearances here and there, but he's not gonna do the whole comeback thing like Rock did. Um, and when John Cena retired, that's gonna be a sad day for me. It's my favorite wrestler of all time. So I grew up idolizing that man. So when he retired, I can't believe he's already doing part time and everything now. It's crazy.
I know it's a new era, man.
I
You have
know.
this new breed, and this is what I hope happens within the next 15 years of WWE, because it's definitely gonna still be existing within 15 years. I pray, I pray that New Japan and I pray that WWE have some sort
Rivalry,
of a not a rivalry, but
collaboration.
I wish collaboration is a perfect term, because this is what I want to happen. I don't know if you've seen Tama Tonga. He had a G1 pipe bomb. That's what they call it.
Yeah, yeah.
He is exactly where my mind is right now. Like, I just pray if the G1 tournament, G1 specials are kind of getting stale, because it's the same people on every pay per view. You look at the New Year's Dash, and then you look at Wrestle Kingdom. It's like the same people. It's the same people over and over again. The thing is, though, the only thing that I can say that's different about New Japan is the Best of Super Juniors tournament,
Hmm.
because they have everybody in there. It doesn't even matter where you're from. You Zack Sabre Jr., Will Ospreay, Kushida, um, what's his name? Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yeah,
It
he's a Japanese legend.
exactly. He is everybody over there. The G1 special in the US was amazing. It's a different crowd. What I think they should do is 205 Live. They need to do something with 205 Live. If you want to do something crazy with 205 Live, get somebody from over there and bring them to the Super Juniors tournament if they want to do something like that. And I promise you, both of them will benefit. They just need to do something like that within the next 15 years, or they're going to be struggling, in my opinion.
Well, they'll have superstars from New Japan ring. They'll always have, especially when Vince is not running anymore, Triple H is running. He looks at all talents, so
Oh yeah,
he knows
oh
who to
yeah.
get, who not to get. He knows what people want, what people don't want. Like Vince McMahon probably don't know. He probably don't know. He probably don't even pay attention to Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega
Mhm,
is the best wrestler that's not in WWE right now.
mhm.
He's probably I
And
would say Kenny Omega is top three best wrestlers on the planet right
and the thing is, I agree with you, because look at this. Look who Triple H just signed: Candice LeRae, Ricochet, and War Machine.
now. Right.
That means within the next couple of months, I'm sure they're probably planning AOP, All the Japan versus War Machine, and you get my money for that. And then you have Candice LeRae versus like Ember Moon or Shayna Baszler.
Right, and
Oh
then
my god, that's money matches right there.
I think Vince is more worried. I mean, obviously, Vince got a lot of stuff to know. He got a lot of stuff on his plate with the main roster. He got a lot of stuff coming on with this
Mm-hmm.
XFL crap that he's doing again. But he likes. He just. I figure. I think he's just stuck on like. He just stuck on the stars that are already built. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
you have to build newer superstars. Like you have to
That's
rebuild
true.
guys like like the thing we're doing with Jason Jordan, right? They're trying to build him up, or otherwise they wouldn't have split American Alpha up in the first place.
That's true.
Um, but it's like they're not building him up. They don't. He doesn't have a character. They're not building him up right. Like people,
That's
unless
true.
I mean, let's say they just want people just to boo him, like they do Roman Reigns and John Cena. Let's say they want those reactions, which those reactions aren't necessarily bad because people like Roman Reigns and Cena, you need people like you. I think you need superstars like those who are controversial because every match doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody says. Any match they're in, you're gonna watch it. Doesn't matter who up they're against. Any match they're in, you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
watch it, and you're either with it. You're either with them. You either want them to lose or you want them to win, and you're really invested in that person whether you want to admit it or not. You'll watch like
Mm-hmm.
this if Roman main events with Brock, people are gonna be like, oh, Roman. People gonna watch that match. People gonna tune into that
Mm-hmm.
match and watch it. Roman Reigns
Mm-hmm.
is a huge star for WWE.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably go for about 2 minutes and then turn it off or go on my phone. I mean, let's just be real. The difference between the indie promotion main event matches or like other wrestling promotion main event matches and WWE is there's a face heel issue. You look at Kenny Omega and Okada. I mean, the highlight of last year. They're both faces. I mean, that's the thing that Vince needs to realize. You could still have face and face still go at it back and back and still have a great match. You could have heel and heel go at it back and great match. The thing is though, Vince is pushing Roman to be something that is just not naturally working for him.
Right. Well,
He needs.
the only thing for me is it's really hard. It's really hard for people to be heels nowadays because all the heels get cheered. You know, Kevin Owens gets cheered. The only real heel to me in WWE right now is Jinder Mahal. He's like the only legit heel that people don't like,
Yeah.
don't want him to win. People like Kevin Owens. People like Elias Sampson. They don't dislike those
Hey,
people.
because the times have changed. That's what I'm telling Vince. There's truly no heel, face heel. It's just wrestler.
Yeah, it's just wrestlers go at it. Wrestlers go at it. I mean,
And
there
I
are
don't mind it.
there are heels that will do shocking things. You know what I mean? Like they'll like when Kevin Owens beat up Vince, I couldn't believe that. I was like, dude, I didn't see that. I thought about it, but I was like, Vince is 72. No, he can't take bumps like that no more. He's 72 years old. No way. He did more than what I expected. He took a frog splash. He got his head split open. He put him over like crazy right there.
Mhm.
And people were like booing. They were like, "I can't believe you just did that shit." Like, what is the matter with you? Type stuff.
That was a genuine boo because it felt real. Like,
Exactly.
oh shoot, like he really just did that. Like you really just did it to the boss. He took that bump like a champion. I give it to Vince.
And that's the thing. You know, Vince, he really cares a lot. Obviously, he cares a lot about the company. And
Mhm. Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think he'll do anything. I don't think he'll do anything that he would ask somebody to do that he wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
For sure.
for crying out loud, remember when he got his head shoved up Big Show's ass? Like, come on now. Like that's I don't even know if I could even agree to that if I was a wrestler. I was like, that's
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that to be honest. That's a little bit too far for me. But
Exactly.
Big Show got a big ass, and I don't know if I want my head up that. So especially after a match like that, you know, be sweating and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't know if I can reach that. But
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
I mean,
Cause yeah.
Vince is obviously a pioneer. And it's really gonna be honestly. We talk about it now, but when Vince passes away, man, it's gonna be hard for a lot of wrestling fans. It's gonna be obviously things will adjust and things will be different. Maybe for the better, maybe for the good. But I mean, you really can't picture wrestling without Vince McMahon. Like
Yeah.
he's the pioneer of everything that we why we love wrestling. Whether people like what he does now or not, wrestling wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for Vince McMahon today. He wouldn't even be here right now. There would be
And
no WWE Network. There would be no WrestleMania.
that family is the pioneers of wrestling. They are the
Exactly.
pioneers of wrestling. It goes from Vince's grandfather to Vince's father
Father
to
to
Vince.
Vince
Then
to
it's gonna
Shane,
be
Stephanie,
to Shane, Stephanie, and hell, we're gonna add Triple H to it because he's a part of the family too. For all we know.
and then
But
they got Triple H and Stephanie got 3 daughters, and Shane's got three boys. So I mean,
yeah, they're gonna take. There's no other reason why at least one of them aren't gonna be invested into WWE. I
right.
mean,
I honestly, I think Triple H and Stephanie will take over.
oh,
I think Shane will be like the CEO or something, but I don't know if he wants like full control of it. I think Triple H would be really good at it to be honest, because he's a former talent. And he's still a talent,
mm-hmm,
but he's a former full time talent. So
mm-hmm,
he just knows the mind of a wrestler. You know what I mean? Like he just knows the mind of a
mm-hmm.
wrestler, how hard people want it, how hard people should push. And I think I look forward to the future in wrestling, man. I really do. I mean,
I
I don't
do.
even know what era we're calling this. What are we calling this? The PG era? I mean, what era are we living in right now, wrestling?
Right now, I would have to say the reality era.
The reality era. I mean, there was
I
the
would say,
attitude era, then the ruthless aggression era,
say best era.
then the PG era,
Oh bullshit.
and then I mean, I don't know what era. I guess the reality era now. I guess we're in the
I think
reality
that's what
era.
they call it. I think it's like the new era or the reality era or something like
The
that.
new era, yeah, the new era was around for me, yeah. So I mean, to me, you know, the ruthless aggression era, though, that era.
Best
Please
era.
take me back to that era.
Oh my! If we could have that, I mean, this is the thing. If we could get the ruthless aggression era minus all the nudity from the women, we're talking high ratings weekly. I mean,
Imagine
what?
combining like the Attitude Era and the new Ruthless Aggression Era like combined.
That would be good because we're talking like scratch all the little bikini matches that they had because when you're younger you don't mind it, but when like just for my case, when I get older I'm like damn, it's like it's just eye candy.
I mean, exactly. Honestly, I'll be the first one to tell you. I didn't care anything about the women when I was growing up. I didn't even want them to be on TV. Like I would skip through
Yeah,
them. I'm like, I don't care if they ain't doing nothing, bro. I'm trying to get to the good stuff.
exactly. And the thing is, what put me on was good thing I was at the age to really remember their last matches was Trish Stratus. I remember seeing her last match, and I was just like, dang, she must have really been doing some work in the business because Lillian Garcia was crying and all this stuff. I'm like, gee. So let me go look up and watch see what she did, and I saw the main event match that she had with Lita. Now because at the time I was young, but I was so young I didn't really comprehend what I was looking at. Um, but it is just really if you were to blend the Ruthless Aggression era and New Era, but scratch out all the BS that they had with the women at the time and put it in with the New Era stuff, you're satisfied for the next 20 years, 20, 30 years.
I mean, wrestling will probably be around forever, even after we're long gone, to be honest. But
Yeah, they're gonna be
I
messing
can only
around.
I can only imagine. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't even live life without wrestling. I might commit suicide if it ended. Like I might have to die because I need wrestling in my
Yeah,
life. So
yeah, wrestling is therapy.
yeah,
Mm.
I need that. So what do you think about what are your predictions for NXT Takeover this week? What are you liking? What match are you looking forward to?
What I'm looking forward to the most, I feel like it's gonna be a sleeper just a little bit. Is Cassius Ono and Velveteen Dream. I think I told you this earlier.
Yeah, you
You
did.
said they're probably going to be the opening match, which is the case because their match card is so small, which kind of is surprising. But at the same time, because it's gonna be some long ass matches, or they're gonna be maybe some debuts. Candice LeRae, Ricochet, War Machine. Um, maybe they'll come up do some buffering. Maybe they'll have a performance. Like they did. Was it Takeover Orlando with Code
Mm-hmm.
Orange and Incendiary? Oh, shout out to Code Orange and Incendiary. I fucking love them. But maybe they'll have some stuff like that. I don't know. But the match I'm honestly looking forward to because I'm a big Velveteen Dream guy is Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ono. Um,
You think the
I feel
best?
like that'll be a
You think the best match of the night's gonna be though?
ooh.
I would probably have to say Aleister Black and Adam Cole.
I think it's gonna be Johnny Gargano and
Andre
I
Siamas.
can't say his name.
Andre
Yeah, yeah.
Siamas. I forgot it.
I
Actually,
don't
you
know
know
how to
what?
spell his
That
name.
I'm gonna have to agree with you now. I forgot about that match. I forgot that was the main event. Johnny
That
Gargano
should
is
be a
super
crazy
good.
match.
See, like, you see how over Johnny Gargano is in NXT.
He's not gonna be over. He's
He's
not
not
gonna
gonna
be
be over in
over.
the main run. He's gonna be on 205 Live as soon as it get pushed up, man.
And that's the sad thing. I'd rather you stay and just run it all in NXT than to go into the main roster and be a jobber.
Speaking of uh 205 Live, what do you think about this whole Enzo thing, man? Got released on rape allegations. He's no longer. We don't have a cruiserweight champion right now. He's no longer the cruiserweight champion. He was supposed to face Cedric Alexander at the Royal Rumble for the cruiserweight title. I'm sure. I honestly hope they put Cedric in the Royal Rumble. I think he should be put in the Royal Rumble just because his match got ruined. It wasn't his fault. He had no say in it. It wasn't anything he had to do with. He should get put in the Rumble um, just because his match got ruined. But what do you think about that, man? What do you think? Who do you see being the next cruiserweight champion? And do you think Enzo will be back anytime soon, or you think he'll never come back? What do you think? You think he'll be in prison?
Hopefully he's not in prison. But this is where I stand. One, I personally do not believe in raping somebody. So anybody who's watching this, do not get it twisted. I'm not for Enzo if this is the case. But from what I've seen, what I heard, what has been told to me regarding the person who quote unquote was raped by Enzo, she's faking it. Everything she said is completely different. At one point, she said smoking cocaine, meth, and was on weed and stuff like that. I mean, in that case, you should be dead if you're doing all that stuff. I mean, that's a lot of drugs.
Right, right.
Two, the story has changed. One point, so she's on the coast meth and weed and all those drugs, and the next she was talking to TMZ and never mentioned a single thing. Three, there was somebody, I do believe it was the accuser's friend, who showed messages of her saying, "Yeah, I have a wrestler in my bed," which means she was not on coke, which means she was perfectly noticed exactly what was going on. She had to wield everything to say no. She can fight back. That's the thing. But it's just why? What do you want to get out of this? Because me personally,
For the money, man.
I think something I think something's fishy about it. I'm not gonna give out a full in detailed statement, but I think something's up with it. I think she wants publicity. I think she wants attention. And another thing said, I can't think of what said. I do believe Mountie sent it to me. Mountie or another guy I know I do a podcast with. He said something in regards to a statement that the accuser said, because I can't say her name, I don't know how to say it. And that statement alone was just like, whoa, whoa, hold up. It was like I can tell that he would rape me or something like, I don't know, something weird.
Hmm.
But it's just like Enzo's done. He's not gonna get rehired because it's already a bad name. It's getting too much publicity. It's a really unfortunate case because I'm sure Enzo Amore, he probably tried to have sex with her, but I don't think it was forced. I really don't
Yeah,
think
I
it
don't
was
know.
forced. Like,
I'm not gonna say that the lady didn't get raped. I'm not, cause I
yeah,
don't know. If she
exactly,
did, then I feel honestly, my condolences. I feel bad. That could really screw somebody's head like that, man. Getting raped like that.
exactly.
And if he did, he's a terrible person. If he did, that's not okay at all. Um,
Exactly.
and I was never really a big Enzo fan like that anyway. He's great on the mic. He's great entertainer, but I never thought he was that good of a wrestler. Um, but once him and Cass split up, I knew that it wasn't gonna be the same. Him being with Cass has made him a lot more better. And when they split up, he just fell downhill to me, man. He wasn't. People didn't react to him as much. People didn't pop for him as much. I mean, remember they would explode when his music would hit, and they would come out together, and people would explode. But his reactions weren't the same. People weren't into him like they were, and he's kind of a heel now, to be honest. But yeah, when I found out that he got suspended, I knew that he's gonna get released. Especially when I read what it was about, I was like, oh, he's gonna get released, and he got released the next day. So I was not surprised at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if he ever comes back, I don't know if it'll be. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, because WWE definitely gonna have to look deep into it just to make sure that he's
Because it's a bad name on their company.
he's gonna have to make sure that he is not a rapist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he could possibly come back someday, but I don't know. And I know he had a lot of heat backstage before we heard. I mean, I heard that if I'm not mistaken, I heard that that they were on a bus one time and Roman Reigns kicked him off the bus
Mm-hmm.
for
Yep.
I don't know what for, but I heard he had a lot of heat backstage and a lot of people really didn't like him. And I guess that's why I'm sure that's why that has something to do with the splitting up the tag team with him and Cass. Um,
Uh,
but yeah, that's crazy, man. Obviously, there's no cruiserweight champion. So who do you think gonna get the cruiserweight title back? You think they're gonna get Cedric, or you think?
no, I'm gonna have to like piggyback off of you real quick. I think like Enzo, he really carried the 205 Live division in a really interesting way, and then they brought like this really weird storyline between him and Nia Jax, which I thought was like super awkward
Yeah, I don't know
because
what was going on with. I don't know where that was leading to, man.
it was interesting though. That's why it brought like this curiosity to 205 Live, and then to top that, they start off their first live tour, and it went amazing.
Hmm.
They said it felt like an indie scene.
Yeah, I
I
don't
was just
know.
like,
I didn't never understand. I didn't know what the whole Nia Jax thing with him was about, man. I didn't know what that was about. I was
exactly.
like, I don't understand anything about this. Um,
it was an interesting decision though. Like I really thought it was clever when they actually started doing it, even though we knew that it was fake. Because Total Divas just messes up everything. Um, but yeah, it was like a wow. What are they planning on doing with this type of moment?
So who do you see? I mean, obviously, you hear because Rich Swann is suspended right now too for assault, like on his girlfriend or something like that. But they said all the charges were
Yeah,
dropped. All the charges are dropped for
yeah, his
him.
charges were dropped.
So I'm sure he'll be back sometime soon. But I don't think he's going to be getting no push like he was already getting. So
Mm-mm,
I think
not at all.
I would say Cedric will probably be the favorite, but I could see them getting somebody else. I mean, I feel like they're going to get to somebody that hasn't really been pushed, and they're like maybe
Probably like
maybe like
a.
maybe like a Tony Nese or
I was thinking of a Drew Gulak.
yeah, or Drew Gulak or Tony Nese or Noam Dar.
I would love to see Mustafa Ali have it.
Yeah, he's dope. I like him.
I would love to see that.
Maybe Kalisto. I could see Kalisto having it. Yeah, I feel like I just I want Cedric to have it because he's him and Rich Swann are my favorite cruiserweights. But I just don't know at this. I don't know who they could possibly favor. I mean, Akira Tozawa he had it once, but I don't know if they're going to give it back to him. I don't see Brian Kinder getting it again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kalisto could get it. He didn't have it before, so I mean, he could have it. So I'm not sure. I mean, I remember, but I'm the cruiserweight division is not the same when we grew up. The cruiserweight division was mega dope when we were growing up. I mean, it had like you had Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero, Tajiri,
Hell, even
Spike Dudley, freaking Funaki.
wasn't Hurricane Helms in it?
Or yeah, he had his real name instead of Hurricane Helms. He was Gregory
Oh,
Helms.
Shane
Gregory Helms.
Gregory, yeah, Shane Gregory Helms or something
And
like that.
that's when
Gregory
he was
Shane
that's
Helms.
when he was super over when he was Gregory Helms.
Mm-hmm.
And of course
Hurricane was interesting. I don't know what they were thinking about that.
and then they had like Nunzio, Akio. I remember Akio. And they had some dope
Mm-hmm.
cruiserweights. I mean, Rey Mysterio is the best cruiserweight ever. Though. That's not even a debate.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, nobody touches Rey Mysterio. Chavo Guerrero's very close, but Rey Mysterio is just on a different level than everybody else. I'm sorry, but you got to think Rey Mysterio went from cruiserweight to heavyweight. That
That's true.
that was
That is true.
nobody's ever done that. Cruiserweight to heavyweight, nobody's done that. He was cruiserweight champion to world heavyweight champion. Nobody's ever done. I don't think anybody's ever
That is
done that.
true.
Except
That is true.
except for maybe Eddie Guerrero, but he wasn't cruiserweight champion in WWE. He was a cruiserweight champion in WCW. So
WCW, yeah, with Chris Jericho, right? There wasn't Chris Jericho at one point a cruiserweight.
yeah, cruiserweight. He was cruiserweight champion too.
Yep,
That's
I
crazy, man.
remember that.
You look at all these people that WCW didn't push, like Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. Like, what the hell is
Chris,
wrong? Like,
I'm sorry. Can I say this name? Chris Benoit.
oh yeah, look at Chris Benoit, bro. Like, how do you not
Yeah.
like have these guys are top stars and they come to WWE and they're legends? Like,
Mhm.
that's insane. Chris Benoit though, man. Honestly,
Yeah.
even though what he did, we'll never know the whole speculation behind it because nobody was ever there. Um,
Mhm.
but Chris Benoit was. I don't think I've ever. There are very few wrestlers that I can say this about, but I don't know. I don't think I've ever watched a bad Chris Benoit match in my whole life, to be honest. His matches are.
Chris Benoit, he added emotion to the match.
His matches are very physical. He's a very physical,
Yeah.
intense wrestler. I always say that him and Goldberg have super intensity. Like their intensities of their characters are
Mhm.
so intense. Like you can't match that. They're so intense. Have you ever seen the match?
Exactly.
If you've never seen the match, I'm sure you have, but if you've never seen it, it's the match with Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, the Royal Rumble in 2003. If you've never seen that match, you have to watch that match. It's Royal Rumble. It's Royal Rumble 2003, and it's Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle for the WWE Championship. One of the
Oh
best
no, that's a
matches.
good match.
You've never seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I already know it's a good match if it's for a championship.
It's Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle, Royal Rumble 2003 for the WWE Championship. One of the most intense, physical, best matches I've ever seen. You have to watch it.
I'll definitely check that out right now. I mean, not right now, but
Check it out tonight. Definitely recommend it.
all right.
That was by far one of the best matches I've ever seen. Except for like Eddie Guerrero. I don't think I've ever seen a bad. I've never seen a bad Eddie Guerrero Rey Mysterio match. Never seen a
Oh
bad match
yeah,
between those two.
no, I don't think I've ever seen a bad Eddie Guerrero match.
The chemistry between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero was just it was bread and butter. You know what I mean? Like peanut butter and jelly.
They were like they're like brothers. That's why. Him and Chris, Eddie and Chris were like brothers, and Ray and Eddie were like brothers. Easy, easy.
And the
It's
same.
almost like watching.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's almost like watching. I know this may be a weird comparison, but it's almost like watching Omega Okada in a sense that they just know each other. They know
Right.
everything that they're gonna do. So the match gets even better. So when they hit a bump, they could really sell that bump. When they're actually like actually wrestling, they're striking. They could sell that straight because they know how each other are. They know how they are in the ring, what they do in the ring. It's yeah, like you said, it's like bread and butter. They just go together perfectly.
Yeah, man. The same for Shawn Michaels. Never seen a bad Shawn Michaels match, man. You've never seen a bad Shawn Michaels match. It's just
Second favorite wrestler.
there's certain wrestlers who would you say your top five would be if you had to pick a top five, your top five favorite wrestlers of
In WWE or just overall?
all time,
So just overall, like any
yeah.
promotion.
Over if you had to pick your favorite wrestlers, your top five favorite wrestlers that you've ever watched of all time, like anybody all time, who would it be?
In order, or is it?
It didn't have to be in order.
Okay, well let's see. Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles, uh, ooh, Shibata. You know who that is?
Mm-mm. I don't think so.
Um, he's in New Japan. He had to quit wrestling. Because he had like a really bad head injury.
Yeah.
Look up well this is a little short video. Look up the Shibata Bitchmaker when you ever get the chance to. It's hilarious. It's the way he does it, which makes it funny. But I definitely like his matches. I like Okada, and I think I like man, who could I say to be in the fifth spot of all time? I have to say Stone Cold.
It's a good list.
Stone Cold is
Mine would
definitely
be John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Brock Lesnar. Those are my favorite guys that I've always watched because
I like that. That's a strong five.
Taker. Well, Cena's my favorite wrestler of all time. Cena was my idol growing up. Taker's my second favorite wrestler of all time. Eddie was my third, and then Brock was my fourth, and Kurt was my fifth. But those guys, to me, and I was a huge Booker T fan too. Booker T was one of my favorites. I didn't like
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like King Booker though. I hated when he was King Booker. But
Okay, if you hated King Booker, then you should have hated him when he had the African accent in TNA.
yeah, I didn't like anything about. I mean, the character was really good and it was super over, but I did not like. I just couldn't get into King Booker character, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It wasn't for me.
Like in order for my top five, I would have to say I'm gonna start with number five. It's definitely Shibata. Four is Okada. Three would have Stone. Oh, three would be Stone Cold. Two would have to be Shawn Michaels and one AJ Styles.
Yeah,
AJ Styles, he could
easy.
sell any bump. He could sell anything. You could put him in there with Jinder Mahal and make a match look at least interesting.
Yeah, the match he had with Jinder Mahal when he won the belt was a really good match.
Exactly, and he sells perfectly. I mean, it sucks that he's 40 years old, which means
You wouldn't be able to tell though. He doesn't wrestle like a 40-year-old.
Yeah, he does not wrestle like a 40-year-old.
He wrestles like he's 28.
And the thing is, it sucks that he's retiring because I don't know who I'm gonna like next. And then when it turns to people in WWE, it's probably gonna be Seth Rollins.
I think AJ will be around for. I think he'll be around for a little while because he's only been in WWE for about 2 years now. So I think he'll be around
But
to build up his legacy a
the,
little bit.
the thing is, before he retires or leaves WWE, he may do a farewell tour in New Japan, Ring of Honor, TNA, and TNA still existing. um, he needs to join Balor Club. I don't know how it's gonna work, but he just needs to join Balor Club. They need to get the titles on every member of Balor Club, and then they need to get a female Balor Club member, preferably Sasha Banks. Heel Sasha.
Sasha
Heel
Banks.
Sasha would be.
I think they should get. They could have Gallows Anderson, Balor, Styles. They could put Sasha Banks in there. I think they should throw Mickey James in there too, because she was a good heel when she was a heel.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like it because she the thing with Mickey James is
She's a vet.
she's a vet, yeah. And the thing is though, she's not one of those super forced, super like overdoing type characters. You know, a heel Mickey James is a heel Mickey James. I mean, there's nothing much to it. She'll beat the hell out of you and go back to her squad. I mean, that's actually a really good idea.
Yeah,
Her and Sasha Banks are perfect, like female Balor Club members.
yeah, that could happen. But the only thing is AJ's on SmackDown, and I don't know if Vince. I don't know if Vince wants him in a group. I think Vince likes him as a single competitor. I think he's real big on AJ because like I told you this before. When AJ first came to WWE, Vince didn't have high expectations of him. He only had him as like as a
Mhm.
mid card wrestler. So now
Mhm.
that he's the champion and stuff like that, and he's pushing, Vince has really high expectations about him. You can tell, and I think
Mhm.
Vince sees him as like a Shawn Michaels. You're kind of my Shawn Michaels guy. I need you to be one of our top guys, our main eventers, because you're a big star. AJ to me, he's like a Dolph Ziggler. Just Dolph Ziggler is not a high flyer like him, but Dolph Ziggler just doesn't get
Mhm.
as pushed as AJ does, which is crazy because
Yep.
Dolph Ziggler to me will go down as probably the most underrated superstar in history of WWE. And that's saying a lot.
He's underused. He needs to go to Japan.
Oh my God, if he went to New Japan,
He will be winning him and him. Imagine this rivalry: Ziggler versus Naoto.
like imagine Dolph Ziggler versus Kenny Omega. Like oh my God, the
That you and the thing is Ziggler could sell.
Dolph Ziggler versus
Ziggler could
Okada,
sell those.
Dolph Ziggler versus Kota Ibushi. Like those
Oh
matches,
my god, Dolph Ziggler versus Okada. Imagine him selling the Rainmaker.
the Rainmaker, that'd be insane. Imagine him in a match with Kota Ibushi. Come on, man,
Oh my god.
that match would be 100% nothing but fire. Like that, the matches. But
Because
he's a WWE guy. He's loyal. I respect that. I heard him on a podcast with Edge and Christian saying that WWE pays him good money, and WWE wants him to stick around to help other people. And honestly, if he wants to leave, I think he doesn't have a problem with it to be honest. Because if he wanted to leave, he could have left. Because he said he resigned and he wanted to leave, but he resigned because they said that they wanted him to help out and stuff like that. But
mhm.
if he wanted to leave, he could leave. But I don't think he wants to. I think he knows his role, and I think he's okay with it. Which is nothing wrong with that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's perfectly fine. But as
Mhm.
fans, we want him to, we want to see more. Like, I remember when he cashed in Money in the Bank, the pop, the
Oh,
ovation that he
Alberto Del
got
Rio. Yeah.
was was bonkers. It was insane. And yeah, I for sure thought he was gonna get. I was like, you know what? He's getting a mega push now. He won the more titles. Mega push had it for about a
Mhm.
month, but I knew he had a concussion, so I figured, you know what? Once he gets healed up, he's gonna come back and get it again. Nothing, man. Nothing. Just nothing. And it's sad because Dolph Ziggler is
And
super underrated.
another thing is the I think you said it earlier before we got on the podcast a couple of days ago. The super aggressive, emotional, and real promo that he had on Talking Smack with the Miz, I do believe. No, the Miz. My bad. I think no. Dolph Ziggler did have it. I don't think it was on Talking Smack, but I think it was on SmackDown Live. He had a
Yeah,
promo.
SmackDown when he said that I'll put my career up versus your title. Yep,
Yep. I think that was it.
yep. That was on SmackDown, man.
That
That
and
promo was so real, so much emotion, and you could just tell.
that match was good.
Oh yeah, they had a
I still
fantastic match.
remember that match. Spirit
Miz,
Squad was coming
you
in
could
there.
say Miz is underrated too. Not being used because he's a big aspect for WWE and he gets pushed more than Ziggler does. But he's underrated by the fans. I think the fans. He's underrated by the fans. Like I said, to me, I told you, I'm telling you right now, I think the Miz will be Universal Champion this year. I think sometime this year he will be the Universal Champion.
And you know what's something that's crazy? It's that from I think Wrestling Observer list, they're planning on having Braun Strowman go against the Miz. Now that is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. What they need to do is they need to get Samoa Joe go against the Miz. They need to get Braun Strowman in the main event picture.
But you gotta think how many people can Braun actually work with? I mean, he's already worked with Roman. He's done Brock. He's done Joe, not one on one, but he's done work with Joe. Those are the three biggest guys on Raw. Like Balor can't compare to him. Miz size can't nobody's size really can compare to him. But those are some big dudes. And the only other guy I would say that would have a good match with him would be Seth Rollins. That would be it. But other than that, how many people can you put Braun Strowman with? I mean, he's such a massive, dominant
Then
guy.
that means they're gonna either do Brock or Roman. Brock or Roman's gonna be because Roman Reigns in the eyes of Vince McMahon, I'm sure, is Superman. That man can do literally anything. But Brock Lesnar is just simply a beast. So you have those two going at it. Braun should be champion. What they could do is do a number one contendership match. Winner goes against Braun Strowman, who was champion at Mania.
Yeah.
Instead of making that the main event match at WrestleMania, which more than likely a lot of people don't want to see, because really what we're looking forward to is a fucking Daniel Bryan return. But I mean, hopefully that doesn't like not happen. But yeah, I'd rather see that than Roman and Brock actually main event Mania, because we've seen that already and it got booed the lights out of.
Well, the first match they had was actually a really good match, but there was no winner because Seth cashed in Money in the Bank, so there wasn't a winner between those two. And people were really it was a really physical match. People were really getting into it at the end because Roman started building up a lot of momentum, and people didn't know which way it was gonna go. People didn't know if he was gonna win or Brock was gonna win, and then Seth came in and cashed it in. But at that time, Roman he just he was still young, and that was his first main event. And he wasn't a superstar yet. He wasn't ready for that spotlight, I don't think. Now Roman Reigns is bigger than he was. He's bigger than he was 3 years ago. There's no question about that.
Oh yeah, for sure,
He's
for
done main
sure.
event through WrestleManias by now. He's been WWE champion. He's been Intercontinental champion, U.S. champion. He's done a lot more. So I mean, they'll have a great match. Roman and Brock will have a good match.
That's for sure.
It's not what people want to see, and I just don't know I honestly don't know what other main event you could have at WrestleMania, to be honest. Because you've already done Brock and Strowman. You've already done Roman versus Cena. You've already done a Fatal 4-Way. I mean, with Brock, Roman, Lesnar, and Joe. And you know, there's not gonna be a SmackDown. So Shinsuke and AJ is not gonna make it at WrestleMania. I mean, that's just not gonna happen. So, I mean, what other main event could you possibly have? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's hard. I think that's why they need to bring up these well, in this case, these mid carders, build them up, and we could do a freaking David versus Goliath match for all we know. I mean, hell, we had Daniel Bryan going against the Authority. Who would have thought that he would have won? Truly, with everything that was going on with him, and he wins. We could still do matches like that. It has to be pushed the right way.
Yeah,
That's the
and
only thing.
people just people can say what they want about Roman. Like I said, they can bash the man. They can say whatever they want. It's fine. But as far as as far as I'm looking at some of these comments here. I just got back on my phone.
Yeah, same.
Laura Hutton is watching us. She's a big subscriber of mine actually. She watches like a lot of my videos. She showed me a lot of love. Mountie commented on here. Um, he said Jack Gallagher, new cruiserweight champ. Yeah, there's basically only two watching us, but they've been talking a lot in the chat. I'm reading. They got hella messages in the chat.
Oh yeah, I'm making that now.
I should have been looking at the comments. I was looking at the comments. I'm tripping. Um,
Oh wow, she subscribed to both our channels.
yeah,
Cool.
she watches a lot of my stuff. Shout out to Laura out there for watching my stuff. Shout out to Mountie for watching.
Oh wow. Well, Lauren Hutton said Enzo knew about the tape allegations since October and didn't tell WWE management. That's why he was fired.
Got you. So he knew.
That
Yeah,
makes
that's.
perfect sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cause I didn't know full details about it to be honest, but now that if he knew about it, yeah, that's not okay. You got to say something about that, man.
Mhm.
But that's it's just so let's make these predictions, man. Let's start off with the whole Royal Rumble card. Let's start off with the women's
Let's get
Royal.
straight to it.
Let's start off with the women's Royal Rumble. Who you picking? What do you think any surprises? The surprise entrances will be?
You know, my pick did a podcast just yesterday with ton of guys, big wrestling guys, OTR Essential, shout out to you, Steve Wrestling Rambo, shout out to you. Do a whole bunch of shout outs real quick.
No, you straight.
Mountie's Corner, shout out to him. Kyron Chase, good friend of mine, shout out to him. Shout out to the wild card, man. He wasn't there though. Good friend of mine, my side, formerly known as Raunchy Mikey. Um, but yeah, those guys, good friend of mine, started off in that podcast. But let's get straight to the gist of this. I think
Raunchy Mike, I used to watch him, man. He still got a channel.
he still does have a channel, I do believe. I haven't
Weren't
in a
his channels
while.
like getting deleted?
I'm not sure. I think he's doing more gaming now. So if you're big in gaming, which I am, I'm subscribed to his channel for sure. But I haven't. We were planning on playing some games with each other, probably doing a live stream in the near future. But I haven't talked to him recently. I'm actually gonna see how he's doing after this stream. But
I'm gonna go ahead and leave a comment on the down here at the bottom.
he oh yeah, Royal Rumble. I think Oscar is gonna win this.
I do too. I think Asuka's my pick. The only other person I can see winning is Ronda Rousey if she shows up and if she
And the thing is though, I heard Ronda Rousey isn't showing up. She doesn't have a contract yet.
yeah, I heard, but that they of course they aren't gonna spoil it by now. It hasn't happened yet, so no clue.
Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot. They said the same thing yesterday. Stupid.
Cause they remember they said it, they said it all the time about superstars not coming, and of course they show up. So you got to keep it a secret. But I know she's filming Mile 22 right now with Mark Wahlberg. She's filming a movie right now, like in Ireland or something like that, somewhere far. So
Sheesh.
I don't know if she'll be there, man. But if she does, she's the only other person I can see winning. Otherwise, I don't see anybody being Oscar.
Exactly, and I want to know who they're gonna call up. Maybe to do some more returns. Hell, maybe
There'll be legends that'll show up. Like I'm sure, like a Trish Stratus or Tori Wilson or Lita will be in there. They'll bring back legends.
that's what people are saying. People are saying Lita's gonna be there. That's why she wasn't at Raw.
That'd be dope. I would like to see her in there.
I would love
Lita's
to.
my favorite female wrestler of all time.
Ooh, I don't know. That chick kick is something serious, man.
Yeah, Trish Stratus is cold, but I was a Lita fan. I rooted for Lita when she was going up against Trish Stratus.
That chick kick is serious.
Lita was dope. But yeah, we both picked Asuka solo. What about the handicap match? AJ versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
You know what I think is gonna happen? I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are gonna split.
You think they're gonna break up?
I think they're gonna turn. I think he's gonna turn, and AJ Styles is gonna win because of that.
So who turns on who?
I think Kevin's gonna turn on Sami.
You think Sami will turn back face?
I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be. It's gonna start a Kevin versus Sami rivalry, which will take us back to NXT. which should be fairly interesting
So
if
you think
they
it's gonna
build
be
it
you
up.
think it could be Kevin and Sammy at Mania?
I would like to see that with the right build up for a title. Oh my gosh, yes.
It wouldn't even have to be for a title. I watch it. I watch that match regardless because they have great
I
matches
mean,
together.
yeah, yeah, that is true. I'm just saying, stakes are always higher when it's in the titles match. But
So I'm picking AJ to
but
win
yeah,
too. I don't see AJ losing. Um,
yeah,
I
AJ,
think he's
he's
gonna go into
holding.
WrestleMania as the champion.
Yeah, he's literally the face that runs the place. There's nobody right now on this level.
What about the Raw Tag Team titles? Sheamus Cesaro versus Jason Jordan, Seth Rollins.
I said this yesterday too. I can't stand Jason Jordan right now. He's like the little kid in the there's like a big family. I always think of the Brady Bunch for some reason as a good example. He's like the youngest in the Brady Bunch, the real annoying little sister or the little brother, because I haven't seen the Brady Bunch in like 1,000 years. But he's just so damn annoying. Like
Like I
what?
said, man, he does not. Once he finds a character and finds himself, because he's a great wrestler and he has great matches. But
Yeah,
once
for
he
sure.
finds he needs to find a character and he needs to find himself. He has no character right now.
Yeah, and what pissed me off even more was when he said the Champions Club reference.
Yeah.
I completely I completely lost it. I was just like, no,
Yeah,
turn this off.
I felt real bad for him on Monday, man. He was trying to cut a promo and the fans were not having it.
Yeah, the thing was, it's actually making him better. It's giving more attention to him.
Yeah.
It,
And I heard that Jason Jordan is supposed to be facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, which I have no problem with that. I think it'll be a good match. It would be a really good match, but it's just how you build it up. How are you going to build it up? It needs to be the right build up. If you're gonna do it, Jason Jordan's got to be a heel. You got to turn him heel if he's gonna fight Rollins at Mania. You can't have him going as a face. You can't have Rollins going as a face. You have to have him turn. He needs to start doing like they could lose the titles and he could start like demanding stuff from Kurt. Because Kurt like they got the whole dad angle going. He could start demanding stuff from Kurt, and Kurt could just be like, I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess he could either give him what he wants, and people and Rollins could just be like, "Hey, you're just giving him what he wants because he's your son," type stuff like that. Like that's not okay. Or
mm,
he could not give Jason what he wants, and Jason just starts doing whatever he wants. You know what I mean? And then he could turn him heel. But I don't honestly I don't have a problem with Jason Jordan and Rollins at WrestleMania because I know they'll have a good match. But
the thing
I'm
is,
worried about the build up. The build up has to be right.
the thing is though, is that going to really grab attention? That's terrible in the behalf of Seth Rollins. Because you think about it like this. Don't get me wrong, Jason Jordan is a good wrestler, and we were both talking about it. But Jason Jordan, right now on the road to WrestleMania, we already know even if he's at WrestleMania and doing nothing, he's gonna get booed. He's just at that level of his career right now where people genuinely hate him right now. So to have a Seth Rollins versus Jason Jordan match, a match where a top tier wrestler in Raw is going against somebody who still needs a build and a character, that's almost a slap in the face. I mean, I see Seth Rollins, I see Roman Reigns, I see Brock Lesnar, I see Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. I see him in the same category of those people. I
Yeah, I
see
know what you
Jason
mean.
Jordan. I see, Jack Gallagher, right now. I see, like freaking, I mean, I don't know anybody. I see Kurt Hawkins. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
where he
don't
is right
see.
now.
I I don't have to disagree with you on that one because I don't see that when I see Jason Jordan. I see a lot of potential in him, but like I said, if he's gonna face Seth at WrestleMania,
Oh, yeah.
you have the build up has to be right, or people are not gonna grasp to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only thing that worries me about. I'm not worried about them having the match because I know they'll have a good match. It's the build up that I'm worried about. The build up they're gonna have.
Yeah, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like Kurt Hawkins in the sense that he just genuinely sucks. I'm just saying Kurt Hawkins in the fact that nobody cares. Like,
Yeah.
if we give Jason Jordan a legitimate push, like a legitimate push, a legitimate character build, a redesign, rebuild, reclaim type mentality. No pun intended. No pun intended. But it would just be so much easier. It would be so much easier to be like, okay, this we need a more aggressive Jason Jordan, a
Right.
more not so dumb looking, dumbfounded type of Jason Jordan. We need a American Alpha. I'm trying to get the NXT tag titles, Jason Jordan. Like we need old school NXT Jason Jordan, but like
Yeah,
heel
he's
version.
gonna WWE. If they make that match, I'll be very interested. I'll be definitely paid too close into that build up because I'm gonna. Then that build up needs to be right for it to be over. But
Mm-hmm.
who wins Sunday, man, for the tag titles? Rollins and Jordan retain, or Sami Cesaro take it back?
I think Sheamus and Cesaro gonna take it back, man.
I do too. Especially if they're gonna have this whole Jason
I
Jordan and
think
Seth
it's good.
Rollins build up. I think he'll take it back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's go to the SmackDown tag team match. What about Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable versus the Usos?
I think the Usos got to get it again, man. They're gonna hold it. They're gonna hold it for quite some time.
I
I think the
hope
Usos.
I hope the Usos. I pray the Usos get a spot on the WrestleMania card this year. They deserve it.
Oh yes, for sure, for sure. They will make they every match that they had so far that I've seen, especially the match with New Day.
5 star.
The easy, easy. If it's not 5 stars, 4 star. I mean, they do spots that are not commonly seen in a normal tag team match. The moves, the sequences, everything is in one. It's perfect. New Day and Usos are like Omega and Okada to me sometimes. Like just they're that rhythmic flow. Like they're really that good. Usos deserve to be in WrestleMania.
I would want to see. I want to see a Fatal 4 TLC match at WrestleMania like they used to have it back in the day with like Ed Christian and
Facts.
Dudley Boys. I want to see the Usos versus, check this out, the Usos the champions versus Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable versus the New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers.
How about Rusev Day?
I would say Rusev Day, but I like the Bludgeon Brothers better. I like Luke Harper and Eric Rowan better. But
I
Rusev Day right now is definitely more over than the Bludgeon
Yeah,
Brothers.
I was about to say because they're more over. I feel like if you put them in,
But I said Bludgeon Brothers because they're a heel tag team and they're a dominant tag team. Because I don't think they've lost yet as being back with the Bludgeon Brothers. But
mm-hmm.
those will be the ones I would like to see. But I don't know what they're gonna do with the Usos, man. I was really hoping to see the Usos versus the Shield versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, Raw Tag Team Champions or SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But Dean
Mm-hmm.
Ambrose got injured, so I don't think he'll be back in time for WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's not gonna be back until October,
Yeah,
August.
yeah. So that match is out the window. But we both picked the Usos to win. I'm picking the Usos too. I think they retain. I don't see them losing to Benjamin and Gable. But the match will be great. It'll be a great match though, without a doubt. It'll be a very entertaining match.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the matches I'm really looking forward to seeing. What about the triple threat match? Brock Lesnar versus Kane versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship.
I absolutely pray Braun Strowman wins. I want to see my champion every time I turn on the TV to go watch Raw. I'm sick and tired. Don't get me wrong. Paul Heyman is saving this man's career. But I'm absolutely sick and tired of seeing this champion every freaking blue moon. Like it is ridiculous that I have to wait 3 months just to see this man Brock Lesnar while he's probably in a snuggie eating munchies or like watching TV or something. Like this man's probably doing nothing. And he's working out probably, but he's probably doing nothing.
Yeah, he
Absolutely
definitely he
nothing.
definitely he definitely pumping the iron for sure.
Yeah, he's pumping iron. I mean, I feel like at that point it's a habit. You can't get rid of that.
Yeah,
But
he'll do that.
he just
He'll do that to the day he dies.
he is just like man. I don't even see this dude barely. I very rarely see this dude.
My thing
I'm on
is,
Braun.
I was so excited when Brock Lesnar first came back in 2012. because Brock Lesnar is one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers ever. And from 2012 to 2015, I didn't care that if he was the champion. I didn't mind seeing him part time, whatever, because he was so over it then, and I was okay with it. I was a big Brock Lesnar guy, big supporter. I remember he first came back and he broke Triple H's arm, and then he had a match with Triple H in SummerSlam. Then he broke his arm again, and then
that was old school Brock Lesnar.
And then he fought Triple H at Mania. And then he fought Triple H in a steel cage. And then he fought CM Punk, which people don't even remember that. He fought CM Punk at SummerSlam, which was a great match. And then he ends the streak at WrestleMania, which nobody... To me, ending the streak was the most shocking moment in WWE history, because nobody... You could have dropped a pin in that arena. You could have dropped a pin in that arena, and it would have hurt it. That's how silent it was in that arena when that 1, 2, 3 hit the mat. People were shocked. They couldn't believe it. I mean, of course, every year at Mania, Taker faces big names, and you always kind of in the back of your mind, you're like, maybe maybe he takes the L this year, but you never really believed that he was going to lose at WrestleMania. It's not possible. How could The Undertaker lose at WrestleMania? It's The Undertaker, right? Been undefeated for so long. When he defeated him, he was immediately the most hated guy in WWE, the biggest heel in the company right there. And then he went on to SummerSlam and destroyed John Cena. Beat the holy hell out of John Cena, suplexed him 16 times, I'll never forget it, and became unified champion. He won the world title and the WWE title. And I was fine. I was fine with it. I didn't have a problem with it. And then he had a triple threat match with Rollins and Cena at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, which was a great match. And then he had the main event with Roman, which I thought was a good match. Just Rollins, at the time, Roman just wasn't ready. If Roman was Roman how he's now, he would have beat Brock right there. He would have beat him. But he just wasn't. He wasn't over it. He wasn't ready for that spot yet. So Rollins came in, cashed in, took the belt. And then remember, Undertaker came back. And then they had a match at SummerSlam, and then they had the Hell in a Cell match, which were great matches. Ever since that Hell in a Cell match, just hasn't been the same Brock to me. They haven't built him up the same. His segments aren't as long. They're cheesy. He comes out for like 2 or 3 minutes, and Paul Heyman just basically cut the promo, and that's it. He just leaves. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's not the same Brock Lesnar, man. It's not the same. And I'm not necessarily blaming it all on Brock. It's just, I think it's just the booking that they're giving him. It's not the same. It's just not the same Brock Lesnar that he was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That intensity Brock, that monster Brock Lesnar, that badass Brock Lesnar. That's the Brock Lesnar I want to see. It's the Brock Lesnar that we need to see. That's the only Brock Lesnar we need to see. Brock Lesnar he's not a good guy character. There's no good guy character in Brock Lesnar. Not even his personality. I don't even think his personality is doing that, even in real life. His character needs to be a badass, I will fucking kill you type of character.
I think he got booed at WrestleMania 30, but I don't think it was as bad as Roman Reigns at 33. Because that Raw, it was 10 minutes straight of booing Roman.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, but now they didn't boo. They didn't boo Brock. And the difference was, if they would have booed Brock honestly would have given 2 fucks if he would have come out and they would have booed him or whatever. He could care less. You know what I mean? He would have not have cared what people have thought, what they were saying. He would not have cared. So it really didn't even matter what reaction people were giving to him. But the difference with Roman is that one was more expected. Nobody expected Brock to win that match. It wasn't expected. It was a total shock. This one wasn't a total shock. People really expected it, and people were mad at it. So obviously, he comes out on Raw, and they just boo the hell out of him. But really, they really fed into what he wanted them to do, because he would put the mic up to his face, and they would just react, and he would drop it, put it back up. They were basically just feeding him what everyone do. He had the crowd that. And I remember when he said, "I got you in the palm of my hand." He basically had that crowd in the palm of his hand, because they were just reacting to whatever he did.
That's true. That is true.
But I'm gonna pick Brock to win. I don't see him losing. I really want Strowman to be champion as well, like you do. I don't have a very, very bad issue with Brock being the champion. It's just he doesn't need to be the champion anymore. He doesn't need to have any championship anymore. He can just come back and just work with and have a great program with whoever they want him to work with. But he doesn't need to be champion anymore. I would like to see Braun win, but the only reason they put Kane in this match is because Kane's gonna want to get pinned in this match. They don't want to hurt Braun by him getting pinned again like he did at No Mercy. So Kane's just in there to do the favors, and because that's not gonna affect Kane by any means. So he's just in there to do the favors for both guys and just make sure that they do what they got to do, and I'm sure Kane will take an F5 and it'll be 1, 2, 3, and Brock will retain. But I'm picking Brock as well. But then of course we have the Royal Rumble match, the traditional Royal Rumble match, 30 man from Raw and SmackDown, 15 from Raw, 15 from SmackDown. Who is winning the Royal Rumble this year?
Ooh. Oh man.
If you ask me, I'm favoring Shinsuke Nakamura, but I also could see Roman Reigns winning, to be honest.
If Roman Reigns is winning, Philly is gonna riot.
But they did last time.
No, but this time they're legitimately gonna riot. You can't do it 2 times in a row in Philly. There's
I think I
no
think Nakamura
way.
will be the safe bet because people would be. I think people would cheer if he won. I don't think they'll hate it at all.
Yeah, I
Because
don't think
because
they'll hate
if he
Nakamura.
wins, people then people would know he's going to face AJ at WrestleMania. That's a dream match right there.
Yeah, for sure. But I feel like if that's the case, they need to legitimately make it organic as possible. They need to mention matches they had in Japan, i.e. Wrestle Kingdom. They need to mention matches that they've had in Ring of Honor. They need to mention matches that they've had every time that they've met because it brings this like sense of reality into the WWE world, which is a world that really doesn't mention other wrestling promotions, but they'll bring those people in just for the fact that they are as big as they are. If that's the case, during this road to WrestleMania, they need to meet each other every time. There has to be moments where they go at it with each other. There has to be moments where, you know, they're going face to face, and the mic performances have to be perfect. And I understand Shinsuke English is his accent is super strong, but simple words could do a lot of stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
The build
so
up,
much you could
the
do.
build up will be great, and the match will be even better. So
hmm
I would say Nakamura would be the safe bet.
I'm gonna
I
go with that. I'm gonna go with Nakamura as well.
I'm gonna pick Nakamura. Roman would be my second pick. If I had to pick a third pick, maybe Cena, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I mean maybe Cena, but I don't know if Cena wins, then he's definitely not facing Undertaker or WrestleMania. He can toss it out the window.
Well, yeah, I would be irritated if he did though.
If Cena won, honestly, in my opinion, it's gonna come down to either Shinsuke and John Cena or Shinsuke and Roman. It's because they'll either Shinsuke will be in the final two, and one of those two guys will be in the final two with him. This for the crowd to lose their minds,
hmm
and for the build up to be
Hell, hell.
even better.
My second favorite pick is Daniel Bryan.
See, I don't know. I don't know if he's coming back, man. I don't know if WWE is gonna clear him to come back.
Because this is the thing. Daniel Bryan said it himself. If he's not gonna wrestle at WrestleMania 34, that's the last time that he'll get. That's the last day that he'll give WWE. He's leaving. He said he's leaving and he's gonna go wrestle at an indie scene,
Yeah,
or he may go to Japan.
he said when because he said his contract would expire in September. He said once his contract expires, if he's not wrestling, then he's just gonna leave and go wrestle at New Japan
Exactly.
or Ring of Honor or wherever. And
And that's why.
I don't have a problem with that, to be honest. I mean, he can go to New Japan and have some great matches with a lot of people. So
And the thing is, I understand what WWE is doing. I get it 100%. I don't want Daniel Bryan to get to the point where he's like on some crazy stuff because of the brain damage issue and the amount of concussions that he has. I mean, but this is this man's passion. I mean, this man has worked for it all his life.
Paige is on the
That's
same
like
road. Paige is on the same path right now too.
exactly. I mean,
She's only 25.
she's gonna have to be a manager for the rest of her life, and that's unless she leaves and goes to like Ring of Honor. which I don't know how that's going to work out for her because unless she goes back to England and run her family or do some WCPW action. But
Yeah,
it's just
that's
I
crazy,
don't
man. You
know,
know,
man.
ever since the whole basically ever since the whole Edge situation, man, they've been taking that stuff
Mhm.
serious. You know, because Edge was the
Mhm.
first one to have to officially retire from that stuff, and he was like 37 when he had to retire. Daniel Bryan's like 36, 35 right now. He's still young. Paige is 25. That would be so shitty if she had to retire right now in her career.
I heard her in-ring career is over.
Yeah, that's what they said it wasn't there wasn't for sure. They're still looking into it, but right now she's not wrestling right now. They're not letting her wrestle at all right now. And she's supposed to be in the Royal Rumble, but she's not gonna be in the Royal Rumble now. I was really upset about that because at some point I was looking forward to seeing Absolution and Riot Squad face off in the Rumble,
Mhm.
those three, but she won't be in there. But that just fills up another spot for somebody else. So um, that's crazy, man. That Paige may have to retire at 25 years old. I can't even imagine what she's even going through right now. I mean, she's going through so much, man. Because she had the whole leaked sex tapes and pictures out that got out and stuff, and her and Del Rio broke up, and now her career may be over. Like her passion may be done right now. I feel bad for her, man. She's gone through so much like the past year and a half. So that'd be so bad, man, if she really had to retire. Because she's a great talent to the women's roster. She's really good, and if she really had to hang it up, man, that would really suck.
Absolutely, man.
But we both picked Nakamura to win. Both picking Asuka to win. Do you think what Royal Rumble match is going to be first? You think the women's match will main event, or you think it'll be the first match of the night?
Mm, honestly, I don't even see it being the first match of the night. I see more like a tag team match and then the women's Royal Rumble, or
You
like
don't think the women's Royal Rumble is going to main event?
I think it is actually. But the thing is though, this is where it gets interesting because if Roman is planning on winning, you know that's going to be the main event. You know that's
Uh,
going to be the main event.
I would rather have the guys the main event. Just I don't know. Just because this is the first ever women's Royal Rumble, and we don't know how it's really
It,
going to plan out. You know what I mean? So
yep.
I think this match should kick off the Royal Rumble. I think it'll be really good if it kicks off the Royal Rumble. Um, but as far as it main eventing, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's the right call for the main event the first time. Maybe next year, in
Mm.
2019, when it'll be the second Women's Royal Rumble ever. Then maybe that'll be maybe a little bit different. But as of right now, I'm gonna say that's gonna be the. I would say the first match tonight will be that match. Then it'll be one of the tag matches. Then it'll be the WWE Championship match. Then another tag match. Then the triple threat, and then the last Royal Rumble.
I like that. I like that. I agree with that.
That's how I'm gonna have the. That's how I think the card will be positioned right there. But I'm really looking forward to the Rumble. Another thing is, man, I don't know. Ah, I feel bad for the people who gotta book WrestleMania this year. You gotta fit so many people in this match, and WrestleMania was dummy long last year. It was like 5 hours last year because
Yep.
you had to fit so many people in there, and this year's gonna be the same. You have to fit so much talent in there. Um, I mean, I think we can predict two matches. I think Roman and Brock is a basically go, and I think AJ Nakamura is a go. Cena and Taker is probably going to be a go, and I've heard that Braun Strowman will probably is probably going to face Triple H. If he doesn't face Triple H, then Triple H will probably face Kurt Angle. So one of those matches will probably be a go. I heard that the Miz is supposed to face Finn Balor for the IC title at Mania, and then
Heard,
they got
heard Ziggler's supposed to have a ladder match U.S. title.
yeah,
Supposed to be like a Shawn Michaels Razor Ramon situation.
I heard about that. I heard about Rollins and Jordan. I've heard about Randy Orton versus Bobby Roode. I've heard about that. I've heard I've heard John Cena versus Undertaker. I've heard John Cena versus Samoa Joe. I've heard John Cena versus Jinder Mahal. Another thing,
I like to see John
I
Cena
forgot,
versus Samoa.
I forgot Samoa Joe's hurt. He's injured right now too. He won't even be in the Rumble this Sunday either.
Well, yeah, it probably won't because it's just a week to week thing, so they don't
Yeah,
want to
they
mess
said
up anything.
they've already confirmed. They said that he won't be competing.
Oh, they
He's
won't.
already confirmed and everything and said he won't be competing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And that's shitty. I'm like, man, so that's three. But oh man, I don't know how you're gonna book so many people this year at WrestleMania, man. I'm very interested to see how the card is gonna plan out this year, man. Because I don't know.
Hmm.
Some matches are predictable, but I don't know what the hell they're gonna do.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
I don't know what they're gonna have planned. I don't know how you're gonna fit everybody in there because WrestleMania was extremely long last year, and you were there in the crowd. How was it? Long night.
You took the words out of my mouth, bro. It was. Let me put it to you like this: the first, like from the national anthem to the first match. Oh my god! I mean, it was good. You know, beach ball. You know about the beach ball situation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the whole beach ball issue. We were just playing with it and everything.
And the first
And
match was really good. It was Shane versus AJ.
yeah, yeah. And right when the Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho match started, from then going on, it was like from there going to like the I want to say Miz Maurice match. The Miz Maurice match was by far the most fan interactive one they had.
Really?
I mean, yes, if you were there, it was crazy. I mean, the Miz hyped everything up, and everybody was cheering for the Miz because at the time the Miz was a heel.
Yeah.
In this case, because John Cena and Nikki Bella were faces, and the Miz was a heel, and just everybody loved that man. I mean, jeez, hell, I didn't like the Miz, but I was screw it. I want him to win over John Cena because at the time John Cena was part time and it was a good rivalry, but it was just like ah you know. But yeah, it was just a long ass pay per view. Don't get me wrong, it was super duper fun, but it was just
You gotta think about
hella
you gotta
hot.
think about the pre-show too. You got a pre-show and
Yeah, that was ridiculous too. And that was so long because
how were people reacting when Mojo won the battle royal?
there were boos.
Yeah.
There were a lot of boos.
Who did everybody
Um,
think they was gonna win?
I forgot. I think it was Braun. They said was gonna win.
Yeah,
I do remember
I
Braun
for
was
sure thought
supposed to
Braun
win.
was gonna win. When Braun got eliminated, I thought it was gonna be Sammy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what they thought. Cause they originally it was Braun, and it was Sammy. Then at that point, they didn't even care. But we got there around 3, and I didn't get back to my hotel until like 1 or 2.
Really?
Yeah, it was a long day. I mean, long day. That's what I'm saying. We gotta like go to a mania, man. We gotta go to a freaking takeover. We gotta go to Access. We gotta go to everything, bro.
Yeah, I've never been to a Mania. I told you we have to whenever you start driving, man, you could drive down here, man. You could stay at my crib whenever, man. We definitely collab. We can go to some events, watch some wrestling. Um,
Hell yeah.
cause I definitely want to go to I'm going to Fastlane in March. Cause
Oh, you are?
yeah, cause it's in Columbus. So I'll
Nice.
definitely buying tickets next month to go to that. It's the last pay per view before Mania.
Oh, you got the good one then. You know they're
Yeah.
gonna be. That's a good go home pay per view then.
So I'm definitely gonna go to that, and yeah, but we'll have to collab more, man, for sure, cause
Oh yeah.
you know a lot about wrestling like I do. You watch basically the same stuff that I watch. Um, you're into all the stuff that I'm into, so we know a lot about it. I really wanted to cause we got Man coming up, and I just don't know what they have planned for it, man. It's just I try to fit matches into it, but then you just leave somebody else off that just should be in there, and you can't just put you can't just put everybody in there. And it's just bad all around. So I'm very interested to see how they build up the card. Um, Definitely because we got Takeover tomorrow, and Takeover's gonna be great tomorrow. There's only like 5 matches on the card, I think. I think there's only you have Velveteen
It's like 2
Dream,
hours.
Adam Cole. You have Aleister Black and Velveteen Dream and Cassius Ohno, Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Authors of Pain versus what is it? What do they call it? The Undisputed Era.
Yep.
Shayna Baszler
Johnny
versus
Gargano.
Ember Moon and Johnny Gargano versus Andrade and Almas. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Is it
that's a pretty stacked lineup.
is it Johnny Gargano or Johnny Gargano or Johnny Gargano?
I think it's Johnny Gargano.
Gargano. Okay, that's what I can always get confused. Same with like Ariana Grande's name. I don't know if it's Ariana or Ariana. Like is it Ariana or is it Ariana?
I think it's Ariana. Ariana Grande. She's amazing. I love her.
Yeah, she's pretty dope. I used to watch her a lot when she was on Nickelodeon. When she was on Victorious. People don't even peep that. Victorious used to be that show.
Victorious was always that show, even when it came out, man. I was just mad it canceled.
What about what show was Victoria Justice on before Victorious though? On Nickelodeon.
Joey 101.
Yeah. That used to be
that's where it was at.
I used to watch that show all the time. Drake and Josh Joey 101 were my shows.
Yeah. Drake and Josh, I mean, my favorite cartoon growing up was, I don't know, obviously a lot of people see SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is by far my favorite.
SpongeBob nowadays is not funny. And not like it used to be when we were younger. Like, not even close. Not even close. It doesn't even have the super inappropriate messages like it does back then. Like back then, when you watched it and then you look at those episodes now, you're like, oh crap, that's what they were talking about. Like they were foul back then. Now it's just like, oh, it's cheesy.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot. SpongeBob is my favorite cartoon ever. Drake and Josh.
My favorite cartoon is damn, I would have to say Courage the Cowardly Dog, or
my 5 were SpongeBob, Codename Kids Next Door, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, and Tom and Jerry. Those are the ones I always watch.
Honestly, Tom and Jerry, Courage.
Courage was dope though.
SpongeBob, man, Dragon Ball, if you want to consider that a cartoon.
Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw Dragon Ball Z in there.
That's it's more like an anime, but yeah, dang, my thing's on 5%. Wow. And man, I would have to say, I think Drake and Josh should be up there. Drake and Josh is definitely good.
Yeah, Drake and Josh and That's a Raven were my favorites.
Yeah, I forgot about That's a Raven. Wow. Oh, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, I used to watch that a lot too.
That's up there.
And Hannah Montana, I used to fuck with that a lot too. I used to watch that all the time.
Oh yeah.
I used to watch Hannah Montana a lot actually. But that's New Japan. What's up? You still haven't watched Wrestle Kingdom 12, have you?
I actually have. I watched like the little highlights. So I've seen the Super Juniors match. I've seen the it wasn't Super Juniors match. It was the 6-man tag or something like that with Will Ospreay.
The Fatal 4-Way with Will Ospreay and and the other guys. I can't remember their names, but that match.
Yeah, their names were different.
That match was dope. Did you watch the Jericho and Omega match?
Yeah, I did. I saw that one. That one was good.
Did you see the Okada match?
Oh, Okada versus Naito?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good.
They said that Chris Jericho is supposed to be sticking around in New Japan. He's supposed to be doing like a Brock Lesnar thing, like show up and do some stuff and then leave.
I could take that.
He's supposed to be working with What's
I just love the pop that he got. I love the pop that he got at Raw 25 because people knew what was up. People knew exactly what was going on. They knew Jericho was over there in Japan. So that pop was intentions like, yo, you're doing something that nobody has really done since Rick Rude. Like,
right? He is Jericho, man. Definitely, he's definitely a wrestling genius, man. He's really good at reinventing himself and reinventing his characters and stuff. He's supposed to go back and work with his Naito or something like that. I don't know. I can't even pronounce his name right.
it's Tetsu Naito.
What is it?
Yeah, I think it's Tetsu Naito.
Tetsu Naito. They said he's supposed to be going back and work with him, do some stuff with him, and some other people, man. I think Okada too. I think he should be doing something with Okada, which would be really dope. And I think he could be fighting Kenny Omega again. Him and Kenny Omega, I think they could do Jericho Omega too. Which would be really dope, man. New Japan is a really great promotion. If anybody hasn't watched it, New Japan is really, really good. It's very entertaining. The only thing is this you got when you have to catch the live, you have to stay up to like 5 in the morning because they're like 14 hours ahead of us. So New Japan is definitely entertaining, man. It's definitely great promotions. They have great matches. They have great talents over there. Like I said, I watched Wrestle Kingdom 12, and I don't think I watched one bad match on that card. I think every match I watched was literally a dope match. So if anybody hasn't watched it, I think you have to go to their website. You have to make like a account, something like $8 or something like that, $8-10, and you basically make an account. And you can go on it, and you could just click. You either click. You have to go to English commentary unless you're Japanese, and you basically just watch whatever you want, man. I've watched a couple things on there. I watched Wrestle Kingdom 10 with AJ and Shinsuke. I watched that, that even got me more hyped to see AJ versus Nakamura at WrestleMania because that match was a phenomenal match. And
no pun intended.
That match was a phenomenal match, and I hope, like I said, man, Shinsuke would be the best bet for me to win the Royal Rumble. I mean, I honestly can't see. I honestly don't. I mean, I don't know who else they could do, man. Because last year, I did not see Randy Orton win last year. That shocked the hell out of me. I didn't see that. I didn't see him. I didn't see that happening. I thought it was going to be Undertaker, or it was going to be I had who had that? Undertaker. Well, Undertaker was one of my favorites. Braun Strowman is one of my favorites, and one more guy. I'm trying to remember. Or Samoa Joe, because I thought Samoa Joe was going to be in there, but he wasn't. But I for sure didn't. I didn't see Randy winning. And then when Roman came out at 30, I was like, he's gonna win this thing. Like they're gonna let him win.
That's true.
And a lot of people were honestly, well, it sucked the gravity, it sucked the soul out of my body when he came out at 30 because everybody was anticipating somebody big.
Exactly. I was so pissed off.
Oh man, everybody was expecting somebody. I was looking at other people's reaction. They were like, "It's gonna be CM Punk. It's gonna be Kurt Angle. It's gonna be Samoa Joe. It's gonna be Austin Aries. It's gonna be Jeff Hardy. It's gonna be this guy." And it was fucking Roman Reigns.
I was sick, bro.
I was like, oh man, I kind of laughed though. It was kind of funny. I was like, man, they did that shit on purpose. They did that shit on purpose. Honestly, they knew what they were doing. They knew the reaction that people were gonna get, and it didn't surprise me when when he came out and won, but yeah, like I said, I think Nakamura is the best bet to win. I don't think they're gonna have Roman winning. I just too much controversy behind it, and the fans in Philadelphia would absolutely go berserk, especially a week for a Super Bowl. So I don't see that happening. But we'll go ahead and end this, man. We've almost been doing this for 2 hours. Great talking to you.
Really?
Yeah, it's 9:40 right now. It's almost 10 o'clock. I feel like we can talk about wrestling forever, man. We can do this forever, you know.
Exactly.
We can just go on forever. But you want to go ahead and, one more time, you go ahead and tell people where they can find you, like social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you have.
So I come to the conclusion, A couple of my older videos have my older usernames, my older Instagram, Twitter handles. Just go on my more recent videos to find the true handles. I'm just not. I'll just tell you now. My Twitter is Mark is Rambo. The M, the I, and the R are all uppercase. That's what half the most of you guys usually forget about. My Twitter, Live Like Ram. Do not be afraid to DM me, really, because I answer
Yeah.
99.5% of the time.
Yeah,
You
that's
could
how
ask.
I found it. That's how we got this thing going.
Yeah, really, because that's pretty much how we began to connect. And my Snapchat. If you guys are big on Snapchat, I can't really
Hey, no,
spell it
I'm
out
on
for you.
Snapchat right now. I'll go ahead and let me give me a second.
Okay.
Your Snapchat
And
name is.
yeah. From there, bro. If you guys have any ideas, I will be planning on doing skits. The coming summer, we're gonna be doing everything. 2018 is going to be lit. I'm gonna be doing my vlogs. 2018. 2018 has a lot in store for MFLG. MFLG is not a gang; it's a family. Don't get it twisted.
Your Snap name is Cheddar Bob 33.
Yeah, shout about from Eight
But
Mile.
it's CHEDDAHBO BB 33.
Yes, that's why. Because I didn't know how many D's, how many B's there were in it, so I didn't want to say it and give you the wrong one. So that's why I was like,
My snap, you guys can get me on my Snap. Mine's Zod Legend 4680, ZOD
four,
Legend
six,
4680.
8, 0. But yeah, man, MFOG is not a gang; it's a family. We're living off the positive vibes. Real talk. A lot of people say it, but don't actually do it. Um, and yeah, from there, you guys are more than welcome to subscribe. Tell your aunts, your uncles, your moms, your dads, your aunties, your grandmothers, your sisters, your brothers, your friends, your pet dog, your pet rat, your pet worm, you name it.
You know what you have to promise me you have to do
What's that?
is you have to do 3 reactions to my trivia videos on your channel. Could be anyone.
Oh, I got
You could pick any ones you want. I don't care. It could be wrestling. It could be the wrestling ones. If you want, but you have to do 3 of them.
you. I got you.
3 of my trivia videos of your choice on my channel, on your channel, and I'm gonna beep it and watch it.
I got you. I'm gonna do the ones I didn't see because I already saw the classic round. I mean, I only had like 30 seconds of the
Yeah,
classic round.
we just
We already
watched a
got
couple of them minutes ago.
we got the Rock one and then we did the WWE one for
When
wrestling.
and we can go ahead and say this now. We're currently setting up. You want to tell them about the video game thing? We're gonna the video game channel. We're gonna try to set up.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna try to set up a video game. We're gonna try to set up. The thing is, Malik, I'm gonna get him. Well, I didn't tell you this, but I'm gonna try to get you PlayStation Plus so you can get online. So at the same time, we could do parties. We could kind of like come together, do a whole bunch of gaming. Pretty much what's gonna happen is we are going to be reinventing the whole gaming scheme for all of us. All of us being me, Malik, and if possible, a couple other people that we may know that are big in gaming. We're going to be going in on gaming. He just got the Assassin's Creed. I have
Yeah,
Free
the new
Fire, Tekken,
Assassin's Creed Origins. I have
and
WWE. I'm about to get the new UFC next month when it comes out. I have NBA 2K, and I'm about to get God of War. I'm about to get that too. So I can't wait
ah,
to get that. And I've always wanted to do like games. See, I need to learn how to play like Call of Duty and stuff like that, man. I'm not good at those games. I'm terrible at those games.
mm,
I'm terrible at Call of
I'm
Duty and stuff.
terrible too. I'm god awful. I'm god awful, bro.
Yeah, I'm only good at sports games. I'm good at sports games, and I'm good at Assassin's Creed. I'm really good at, and
Mm.
those are like this fighting games like those. Like I used to have Mortal Kombat and Injustice, which I was really good at too. But I don't
You gotta
have.
get the second one. We can play online on that one.
You got the second one?
I think I still have the second one.
The second one dope. I haven't even played yet.
It's really good. They got DLCs. They have add-ons.
You
They have
know,
Starfire, TMNT.
You know what game
Hellboy.
we could play and it's free? It's this game called Battle Royal. You have to download that. It's a free game. It's not even have to have it online, bro. It's a battle royal, and you basically just you add people and you basically go around and shoot people, fight people, bro. It's a dope game, bro. It's a free game. It's a free game. You can download it. I downloaded the other day.
But
Uh,
you should get Fortnite, bro.
what is it?
Fortnite.
I've heard good things about that game. Is that game good?
That game, you will get hooked onto that game. Especially if we play like squads,
Yeah,
you will get hooked onto the game.
I've heard.
It is unreal.
I've heard that. I've heard about. I wanted to get Skyrim too. I played that at my friend's house,
That game is good.
and he had it. And I've always wanted to get Skyrim too. I'm gonna have to get that one too.
That game is it's long. It's very. You have to have really good attention to
Do
play.
you have GTA?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay, I got GTA too, so we can definitely I'm about to get online for that. We can just sit online for that. I don't know when the new one's supposed to come out, but I wish they would.
Oh, 2019 or 2020.
I really wish they would make. I honestly, I wish I'd have kept my PlayStation 2 because I used to have all the dope games on PlayStation 2. Had like Spider-Man, had the You ever played the SpongeBob game? So hard, man.
Nah.
That game was god awful hard. I used to have King Kong. I had all the WWE games, SmackDown versus.
You ever played Midnight Club?
Yeah, I used to have that. You ever had Def Jam Fight for New York? That game used to be.
Yes.
That game used to be live.
Yes, that used to be the game, bro.
Def Jam Fight for New York used to be one of my favorite games I ever had.
Oh my gosh.
I used to have NBA Ballers. I used to have Street Hoops. I used to have NFL Street.
You talking about the balls with Chauncey Billups on the
Yeah,
dick?
yeah.
Yes. That's vintage right there.
I used to have NFL Street, one with Chad Johnson on the cover. It used to be the game. I used to have all the dope games, man. I used to have all the racing, Need for Speed. I used to have all the racing games.
Need for Speed. It's just nostalgia right now.
Man, I used to have the Spider-Man. There's a Spider-Man game I used to have that was legendary, man.
The one with the Rhino on it. Was Rhino on the game?
I don't remember exactly, man. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I had that game, but I had that, and then I had King Kong, bro. King Kong was the first game I ever beat, and it was so hard. It took me 6 months to beat it. Never forget it. Because I stopped playing it because it was pissing me off. If you never played King Kong, you have to go play it because it was a dope game. Way better than the movie. It was better than the movie. The game was better than the movie. Then I had SpongeBob. I had all the SpongeBob games, which were ridiculously hard for no reason. And then I had all the WWE games. What was your favorite WWE? Mine.
Shut your mouth.
SmackDown. Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth.
Oh, I like Here Comes the Pain, man. That was my favorite.
I feel like those were the only two games I really had at the time. Because Here Comes the Pain, like I used to have the PS2, you know the PS2 when it comes on this little thing, like the little in space type of thing.
Yeah.
And it always says disc error because I don't know what happened to the game, but it just would not work. So Shut Your Mouth was the go-to game. That was the first true game that I played and actually mastered it.
Honestly, Here Comes the Pain was dope, but my favorite one that I played more than any of them was SmackDown vs. Raw 2006. I was on that game. I played that game every day.
That was me with SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. That was by far. I still had the game, and I don't even have the console.
Yeah, 2007 was good too. 2007 was really good. SmackDown vs. 2007.
Between 2006 and 2008 were like my favorite.
Yeah, those were my favorites. 2009 was terrible. I didn't like it. God awful. 2010 was okay.
Was terrible too.
How did you feel about the Road to WrestleMania stuff, man? I wasn't really big on that.
I didn't mind it. It was just long.
Yeah.
Really, really long.
The first SmackDown vs. Raw was dope too. The first one, 2005, was good. But I would have to say SmackDown from SmackDown Shut Your Mouth all the way up to SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. They were the best, man. Those were the best ones to me. No Mercy was good too. No Mercy was really good. I like No Mercy a lot. You ever played oh man, what was it called? It was. Let's look it up.
Was The Rock on the cover?
Yeah, it's like
I think I know what you're talking about because that game popped up into my head too. It was like a ton of wrestlers.
It's a little older.
Right?
Yeah, it's like Trish Stratus on the cover, and
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. I played the game. I played it on GameCube.
yeah. Bro, we thinking of the same game, man. I can't think of it. I can't think of
Yo.
the title. I have to look it up, bro. It's gonna bother me. I can't think of the title, man. But it's like Ring something. I want to say Ring. Oh man, it's on the tip of my tongue, man. Let me see. This might take me a good minute to find this game. Oh, these are all apps. Like for, I ain't trying to look at no apps. Man, it took
I'm trying to look for it now.
me too, man. I'm trying to find it, man. I can't exactly remember.
That I love that game.
Here comes the pain. WCW versus NW Revenge was good.
I want to think it starts with like an A. I don't know why.
SmackDown versus
But I
Raw.
know it doesn't.
Bro, we're thinking of the same cover,
It,
man.
is it Day of Reckoning? No, that's
Oh, that
not.
sounds familiar, bro. I'm gonna type it in. I'm gonna type it in.
Could have not been Day of Reckoning, but
Yes. It is, bro. We're thinking the same
it
thing,
was
bro.
Day of Reckoning.
Same thing. Day of Reckoning.
It was
GameCube.
Day of Reckoning.
God, the graphics are god awful.
Exactly, they were terrible.
Eugene.
They had
Oh man, I remember my dude Eugene.
it was Day of Reckoning. Yep, WWE Day of Reckoning. Was it Day of Reckoning? Yep, this is exactly what it was. Damn, Trish Stratus are good. Oh
I
my
know.
god.
Yeah, Day of Reckoning, man. That's crazy, man. Oh man, so many memories, but we're definitely gonna try to get
Exactly.
this. We'll have to. It definitely probably won't be anytime soon for the video game channel guys, but we're definitely gonna look into it. I
In
definitely
the
have.
next couple of months,
Yeah,
for sure.
I have more trivia's coming. If you got any ideas, drop them. I'm down to do any ideas. But we'll have to do this again, man. We'll set it up again. We're gonna do probably the next one. We need to do you, me, and Mounty. We need to do a three-way.
Oh, for sure.
Me and Mounty are doing one the week before Mania. So if you want to be a part of it, man, you're more than welcome.
Oh yeah. If possible, I'm gonna see if I could invite a good friend of mine too. He's a big, huge wrestling fan. I think he'll get along with you too because he's a big thrash metal, heavy metal, not heavy metal, thrash metal, hard rock type of guy. He likes the same stuff that we like. He's super cool. I'm gonna see if he could wants to join it. And want to talk about some wrestling. But yeah, I'm definitely down. If you guys and you and Mounty doing it.
Yeah, we'll be collabing the week before Mania, and then I got one coming up with Broken Empire in a couple of weeks, and then I got
There's a page that just followed me called Broken Bar.
yeah, you gotta check him out, man. He's really cool. I think he's around your age, to be honest. He's somewhere around your age. And me and him will be going to he's gonna be at Fastlane too, so we'll probably collab up at Fastlane. We got a
You want to know something crazy?
what's up?
He just commented on my picture that I have regarding the promoting the podcast that we're doing
Yeah,
now. He
yeah.
said, "Nice, I'm gonna be on that February 17th." I had no idea what he was talking about until he just
Yeah.
told me.
Me and him got a podcast coming February 17th.
That's dope.
You wanna go ahead and give me? I got you on my Snap too. I put you on. I recorded you. You probably see it. You probably see it on my story. It was like right in the
Hold
beginning.
on, game.
It was like right in the beginning of the podcast. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end this, man. Thanks for everybody tuning in. This is a long podcast, like 2 hours. But we talk about wrestling all day, man. But we got a lot of stuff coming. We're gonna do a lot more collabs, a lot more stuff. Maybe someday we can meet up in person and do something in person, man. That'd be real dope. Because we got a lot of interest in wrestling, we got a lot of things in common. So that'd be pretty dope. Now I would say Mounty, but he lives far, so
Yeah, very far.
yeah.
Very far.
So well, actually, he don't live too far from me. It's about a 10-hour drive from where I live at. So I just don't have I don't have passports, so you gotta get passports and stuff.
Yeah,
But
that's forever.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and end this, man. Thanks for joining, Mark. We'll definitely collab some
No
other
problem,
time.
man.
Definitely collab some other
No problem,
time.
man.
Guys, go check out his channel, Mark Rambo. He does a lot of good stuff,
And that's
man.
OG.
A lot of great reactions. He gets a lot of great reactions on his channel. If you ever want interested in doing something with a podcast with him, just let him know. He's down to do anything, man. But thanks for everybody tuning in, and hope everybody watches it. Good talking to you, man.
Talking to you. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Got something for you, man. Do you want me to FaceTime you so we could do this this intro for you?
Yeah. I was gonna when this ends anyway, we'll still be connected. So.
Gotcha.
All right. So one more time. This is for sure. Goodbye to you too. This is goodbye. Not forever, but
Adios.
this is goodbye for now.
Adios.
All right, man. Thanks for being on my podcast for my channel, man. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. I'm always here, man.